Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday and welcome into Zelda Speedruns. Today we have the Skyward Sword Randomizer Season 3 tournament. This is the winner's bracket semifinals, Game 1 of the best of 3 between Oni and Jasnix. Tracking alongside me is Vibrant Viola, and on commentary are KitKat and Whale. I'm going to hand it over to the two of them. Enjoy the race, everyone.
Thank you, Golden.
Thanks, Golden.
Yeah, so we got a little bit of a race on our hands, Oni versus Jasnix, winner bracket semifinals. Both of these runners are pretty incredible runners. Jasnix, well-seasoned veteran. He won SGL 2021 a few years ago, and has had many stretches where he's just dominated this game. And
sure.
Definitely, yeah. And Oni, who's also been pulling up some strong performances over the last year, maybe more. He's been around for a decent while now, but he's definitely proven himself as someone who's pretty strong. So, yeah, I'm excited for this matchup. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, me too, for sure. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. I'm wondering, both of these are top runners. I wonder if we're gonna see a lot of divergence, or if it's gonna be pretty linear. Of course, a lot of that depends on the seed. Rando's gonna rando.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is winners bracket semifinals, game 1 of 3. So it is a best of 3 matchup for this semifinals race. So yeah, exciting stuff.
Yeah, very much so. So the winner of this game will not win the set. It's a best of 3, so we might see a 2 or even 3 games, depending on how these runners do. But yeah, we're starting in about 15 seconds. And as for dungeon predictions, I'm gonna go Skyview ET Sandship. That's what I'm saying.
Ooh, I'm gonna say LMF ACFS.
Alright, and the runners are off. Either I'm right or Whale is right. There is no, there's both crossover. ET LMF Sandship. Okay, so I was 2/3 right. Whale was 1/3 right.
Yeah.
Okay, Seal Grounds, Volcano Summit, and Lanayru Caves. Okay, some relatively standard barren locations, nothing too fancy. But interesting start. Jasnix just backflipping because I think you kind of spawned in the rock. It's really weird.
Yeah, and Chest and Shack is dead. And Lanayru Sandseas. That's a good hint to have.
Yeah, very much so.
Yep. So Elden Volcano start. There's a lot that runners can get here even without digging mitts. Harp starting item.
Oh, interesting.
So when it comes to trials, if trials are necessary, that will be good.
Yeah, Harp doesn't unlock a huge amount right off the bat, but it is a required item that the runners would have to get eventually. And as you say, trials, it can, if we get some early songs and some good things being hinted by those songs, and we could see some really early trials. We'll see.
Yeah, for sure. Also, I want to do a quick shout out to Jasnix's Mario Kart Wii music pack. That game was my childhood.
I'm just turning on his audio right now.
All right, so
oh hell yeah, I like the music.
Yeah, it's so good. And yeah, both of our runners electing to progress through Elden. I think that's a decent play. As we said, there's not too many checks that are locked in Elden. There's quite a few that you can just get without a lot of items.
Yeah, there's a few serious things here, especially on the lower end of Elden. Really, it's a place you'd want digging mitts for, but even then, there's a lot of this that's not too bad. Yeah.
Yeah, and they have a good starting location.
Oh yeah.
For the digging mitts, it's not like they're stuck at the bottom; they're halfway up the slope, so that's not bad.
Yeah, honestly, a pretty good Elden starting location, all things considered.
Yep, and Caves Key, I missed that on Jasnix's end, but that's Did he grab that? He must have.
Is that DK Snowboard Cross? Is that Jasnix's track that's on right now? I'm trying to figure it out. I'm sorry.
I can't tell. I think it is. Ooh, Gust Bellows. Okay. That doesn't immediately unlock a lot. I guess Malara's crystals, and Skyloft Village, but otherwise that'll be helpful for LMF later.
Okay, the fact that Boko Base's Grumble Volcano is so fitting.
I know, it's so good.
Okay, I'll stop gushing about the music pack now. It's good.
That was all good, yeah. Appreciate the music today, guys. It's good. Yeah, no Bella's List, which our runners are probably happy about. Well, except Jasnix really does love Bella's List, so...
A
couple pings in Boko Base.
I think I almost had a Bella's List seed at some point. So I think we definitely come close to season it a few times, but yeah, it was a funky one. It was sword.
Yeah, right. Nice sword. That's really nice right before Magma Turf.
Yeah, always feels really good, especially before Magma Turf, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. With no other weapons.
Okay, Jasnix is going for this, which is a horrific strat without the bomb bag, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I believe that. Wow,
it saves a few seconds if it gets it, yeah. Just clipping the bomb on the rock. Yeah, it's a hard one.
Yeah, I've tried it a few times with bomb bag, and I can't even do it.
yeah, he gets it though. Still pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I just don't even go for it when it's when I've done a bomb bag. I just take the L. I think that was a beetle.
Yeah, so fair. Yeah, I thought that was a beetle.
We'll see for certain when he comes back.
Couple ping, just one ping. Beetle locked beetle. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, good stuff. And and there is beetle.
Cool.
To unlock the beetle.
How convenient.
Yeah. Yeah, I would assume they'll be grabbing that. And that chest was pinging. It is locked behind digging mitts, though.
Okay, so already having... Okay, I guess essentially already having Hook Beetle, at least in logic, I assume these runners will get it at some point. It's kind of interesting, because it doesn't unlock a huge things off the bat, but like in Linear, it can be useful, especially if you don't have the bomb bag. And it is at least logically required for the Linear mining facility. So it's kind of a interesting early item to get, to be honest.
Yeah, 100%.
Only just missing the Sky Strike there and just electing to good old slow slashes, which works pretty well. But yeah, he was on low health, so very fair. They didn't want to try and do it again.
Very early Hook Beetle. Maybe not very early. I don't know.
I'd say it's pretty early.
What are we, 6 minutes in? Yeah.
Yeah, 6 minutes in. Yeah. It's very rare to see Hook Beetles this early, so it's... Yeah.
Yes. All right, we're going to do a sky trip.
Yeah, I think that I think Jasnix is has a slight execution lead out of Elden, but honestly, it's so small. It's like I don't even know why I'm mentioning it. It's both these ones have been pretty good making their way through the whole of Elden.
Yep. Yeah. Two very good runners.
Definitely. Okay, we see a few hints in the sky here. Progressive wallet on
Fledge.
Or Fledge, sorry, yeah, Fledge. Possibly required, so that is having a wallet being possibly required is very interesting.
Oh yeah. Yep. Suggests beetle trip is probably a good idea. Oni is going straight for Bamboo Island. And I think I saw both spiral charged chests ping. Oh, I missed that. ET lava tunnel dead. Oh, okay. Well, the beetle is not needed then.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, having that hint, that hint's actually pretty useful because knowing that hint, you're pretty much almost always going to do the back in time iteration to just skip that boulder section. It is, I believe it's faster if you don't need to get the rupee in the tunnel.
Oh yeah, yeah, I believe that. Yeah, I tend to forget about the bit iterations, but yeah, that's definitely a good hint to have for that reason.
Oh yeah, it's like yeah, Golden's confirming. It's definitely one of the bit iterations I'd learn most beginners learn. Like yeah, I'd recommend that just because it's probably one of the more. It's not used too frequently, but it comes up occasionally, especially in seats like this.
Yeah, I've been thinking more and more that I've got to learn some bit.
Yeah. I mean, Golden points out in the chat, it only does say maybe 45 seconds to a minute, so if like you don't know, it's not the end of the world. It doesn't take a huge amount of time, but it's one that's like handy to know and just kind of gets you into like the fundamentals of bit and getting used to things like not leaving the splash screen, which is a good thing to kind of learn / do early on.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, Jasnix is routing Skylofts pretty interestingly here. I think he just went to Lumpy Pumpkin and then just straight to Village to Kefir. I don't think I've seen this route from a lot of people, and I don't think it's very common. I feel like the most common route of Skyloft is more to start from Academy and work their way down, at least from what I've seen.
Yeah.
But we'll see how Jasnix plays things out. But Oni's doing a more, I guess, conventional Sky route into Skyloft, and that's about 50 dead, so that's always a nice hint to get.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. We're probably going to see, I would assume Jasnix is now going to go to Upper Skyloft. Or somewhere. Okay. Yeah, definitely a route I don't think I've seen in these settings. So... Ooh, and it looks like he landed. Sometimes those zones are a bit strange. Jasnix likes this route. Ah, interesting.
Gold rupee on Paro, so that's very, very nice of him. We'll make Beetle Shop slightly easier. We still won't be able to get a lot of the expensive stuff, but at least a lot like the earlier items are easy to buy.
Vanilla crystals on Rhina. Good to see. Rhina? I don't know. And a bottle from the vanilla bottle.
Nice.
Yeah, still good that Oni checked Oriel before because now he's got 300 rupees up on Jasnix. So he's going to be able to buy more of Beetle Shop.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Nice Wii menu.
Yeah, honestly, like what having a look at like both these runners not do Academy kind of makes you like rethink a little bit my Academy route, because personally what I tend to do, I tend to start at Goddess statue and then work my way down. But to be fair, Academy's still like a weird like not check dense area when you get into like the mid to late game, because it has a lot of Sphere Zero checks, but then things like Tim and claw shots add that there's a lot. Yeah. That's a lot of items on Beetle right there.
Yeah, Tim's probably the least important of those, but you know, I love my son. Yeah, stacked Beetle Shop. That's really awesome.
I mean, I think the runners will kind of have to buy Tim because Tim is blocking the 600. So.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, sorry, but going back to your.
We'll see which one's
an emerald tablet.
Okay, Beetle just has everything this seat. That's kind of wild.
Heck? Wow. That's crazy.
That is insane. Yeah. Anyway, back to what I was yapping about, which is Academy routing. Yeah, I think Academy is relatively not check dense area in the late game. Scale. This game doesn't want me to speak. It's just giving us items.
Oh my goodness! Yeah,
Um.
that's so crazy. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the thing also about leaving Upper Academy for a bit later is like if you get like Colin's letter or something that'll help you get one of the or claw shots, something that'll help you get one of the longer checks in Upper Academy. It's better to just wait for that. I think might be what some of these runners are thinking.
Yeah, absolutely. I think because I feel like given how like slow a lot of the checks take, it's often I often find at least myself when I'm playing a seed. If I don't do an academy check on like sphere sphere 0, I'm probably gonna do it either really late or just not at all. So I think that like it makes a lot of sense with what the with how the runners are doing that, and also that mentality I might try and think about during my runs. Okay, also it makes sense a little bit for Jasnix here, where by doing the academy last, so then they could do Karain clip and then warp out, which is actually quite interesting. I think Karain clip is faster than doing this check the intended way. I believe that was timed some time ago, I think.
Yeah, I mean that seemed pretty pretty silly, pretty speedy. I don't know what I'm.
I mean, Karain
It's
clip
early
was
in Australia.
Karain clip used to be seen as something pretty silly back in like the season 1 days because you couldn't fly warp, so it's just a guaranteed soft lock.
Right. Yeah.
Somewhat useful because you'd gain information, but it would be way quicker. Slower. Sorry, but now it's quicker because we have fly warp.
Right. Yeah. So Jasnix did not go to Beetle's shop. He didn't really have money, so that makes sense. I'm assuming he's gonna grab the statue up here and then maybe go back. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, it will be good to grab this statue.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, this is a movement that he's gonna have to do anyway. It's to climb to ET, so kind of makes sense why he's doing this now. But yeah, I think it's just like the differences in routing. For example, yeah, he couldn't get Para's crystals.
Right.
Para's item, sorry.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, meanwhile, Oni is continuing with a little bit more of like, I guess, a quote-unquote traditional route of Skyloft. But yeah, he does now have claw shots and all the tablets as well, because Beetle Beetle had the other 2 tablets. SoOni's has quite a bit of choice here as far as like where to go for the for the seed. So it's interesting to see what he does next.
Yep. Okay. Flying back to Upper Academy.
Makes sense.
Yep.
I can't remember if he did Upper Academy. I know Jasnix did, but I don't remember if Oni did. I can't remember.
I don't think so. I think he did Central and Waterfall Cave.
I guess just seeing him doing it as see him do it for the first time. Yeah.
Yeah, big for Oni. He got a check that Jasnix didn't, even though it ended up being nothing. That was the Bird's Nest rupee. It was just a silver rupee, but all the same, some knowledge that Oni currently has that Jasnix doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like right now, technically, like Oni's a little bit like further into the seed as he's now at this point where it's a little bit more open for him. But they've both still done around the same amount of checks, so again, no one's ahead of each other still at this point.
Right.
Yeah, like as Gordon's saying in chat, yeah, only getting claws on both tablets is definitely pretty big. But Jasnix is probably going to get this quite soon, so I think that like both the runs are going to kind of meet in the middle at some point. And there's the whip. This is a very interesting early game. We're kind of just getting dumped a bunch of items, which is kind of terrifying if you're either one of these runners, because generally a seed where you get a bunch of items early on is a seed that is very casino heavy at the end because you have all the items. You just don't have swords and Triforces, typically, is what ends up happening, which is a very stressful seed to play from my experience.
Right, yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, but Whip on Oriel, that doesn't necessarily unlock very much, does it? I've just treasure room and sandship, but
What
what an
just
interesting.
Whip. Well, yeah, like Whip's useful for sandship. I think just if we need it, which we might do. Right now it doesn't really open anything necessarily. We do have Cave Ski and Claw Shots. Okay, no, we could do a few things in Sand City actually.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, and I missed that Zelda's Closet had Colin's letter.
Oh yeah, no, Golden's right in chat. Sand City is fully clearable because we have the Beetle and we have the Whip and we have the Gust. But yeah,
that's true.
Wow, I'm so not used to Sand City being clearable in like the first 20 minutes, but here we are.
So I'm betting on a Sansi starting statue when we enter Lanayru. We'll see.
Yeah,
or caves or somewhere close to Sansi.
That would definitely make sense. It could also be really far away from Santi technically because we do have Cave Ski and Claw Shots. But I do think that Santi, given all the items, I think a Santi starting statue would make the most sense.
Yeah, we'll see.
But yeah, both the runners kind of, not necessarily. Well, they're basically holding hands whilst they're doing Pipit Crystals.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're just kind of running through the stuff. But you know, Jasnix still hasn't gone to Beetle, and I think Oni's still got a few other checks to do. So yeah, still very close.
Yeah, so Oni will need to go get his whip before going to Lanayru if he wants to full clear. Not sure if he'll do that now or if he'll elect to do Oriel later, trying to like path it in on a later Skyloft trip, but it is a Sphere 0 or Sphere 1 check, so he's probably gonna go for it? Question mark?
Gone in chat saying only might skip Oriel Power until after going to Farron. I could see that. It's I think okay. Looking at the tracker, Oni does have a bottle, so he would still be able to do it the next time he's in the sky before Farron. But he could just bolt it to Farron. We'll probably be seeing shortly what his plan is here.
For sure.
I think that given that its Ancient Cistern isn't a required dungeon, if he does just go to Farron, it's not going to be a huge thing because Whip isn't useful in Farron this seed, and that looks like exactly what he's doing. He's just going straight to Farron, which honestly I kind of respect.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Jasnix in the meantime grabbing his Beetle shop items. So he'll be caught up there here in a second. And
Yeah,
I would bet that with his items, he will probably go to Lanayru.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's grabbing Beetle. Beetle's crystals.
Right. Yeah, he got Insight Cage, didn't he?
Yeah, they both did, but Oni didn't check it because I think he was saving it for a more expensive purchase.
Oh, right, that makes a lot of sense.
And gets the Triforce. Yeah, good stuff. Oh, man. Yep, Tim is on Beetle, though I don't think either of our runners have grabbed it yet. Grabbed him. Sorry. Tim is a person. Not an it.
Silver Glontus, thank you for the raiding party of 27. You've just caught the beginning of this this race between Oni and Jasnix, winner bracket semifinals of the Skyward Randomizer tournament. Season 3, this is just game 1. Quite an interesting start to the seed. We've got quite a few items really early on. So we'll We're kind of looking to see how this run is shaping up, but in the meantime, it looks like both our runners have got quite a few decisions to make early on. Oni's already gone to Farron here. We'll be seeing what Jasnix does in quite a while, but yeah.
Yeah, welcome in. Yep, looks like. Oh, I forgot that there's also a shed chest that's accessible. They must have pinged it. I'm silly. Must have pinged dead because Oni didn't get it and Jasnix is not getting it now. Yeah, that's true, Golden. The crystals on Beetle 1000, yeah.
That is Crystal's hint again. That hint is an always hint, and thus it's duplicated, so it's on 2 hint stones.
All right, Beetle shop to Molderak. That makes sense.
That does make a lot of sense.
Probably the Amber Tablet being hinted there, but I don't know. Probably the Amber Tablet. So Lake Floria pretty dead. Grabbed a hint. Yep.
Yeah,
that's true, like... Golden Devil.
Yeah, it's I think the way the items were placed, Farron Tablet was behind Amber Tablet, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, that is. Huh. Silly rando. It's so silly.
Big silly.
All right, grabbing his mushroom spores. Yeah, fair and clear here is not a bad play. He'll figure out that whips on Oriel here eventually.
But yeah, Jasnix also following in Oni's footsteps, going to Farron. Again, there's nothing wrong with going to Farron here. These runs can do pretty much everything except for the bomb lock checks. So I think it is definitely worth it to make their way here. And yeah.
Nice run up the shield. On Oni's end, I'd be afraid to do that. I would just fall off.
Yep.
Blue bird feather. All right, unnecessary.
It is very unnecessary. And yes, blue bird feather is one of the smallest freestanding items ever, so it's very hard to see sometimes, and it's tripped me up sometimes when I've been playing, and I'm sure it's tripped other people up.
Right, for sure. Sometimes I've thought it was an extra wallet, although they're yellow. But like the first one's blue, so
yeah.
I don't know. I'm
not
experienced, brother.
Yeah, that's one I'm sure I've done before, where it's like, I think it's an item, but nah, it's just a bird feather.
Yeah. Oh, they are blue. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Someone in chat
the
asked.
Extra wallets are yellow.
Yeah. Someone in chat asked, is it a mod for Link to be in Skyloftian garb? It's an option in built in the randomizer of whether we want to have pajama Link on or off, or I believe tunic swap is the official name for it, or something along those lines.
Yes. Yeah.
Jasnix likes playing in pajamas, so he's got this Link model here.
Same. I only grabbed a third beetle, so now he's got, as some people hate to call it, Queedle.
Queedle.
Doesn't lock any items, but it's nice to have. It's just speedy. I personally hate the name Queedle, but you know. So Oni's gonna peek Deep Woods, probably. He'll have to weigh if the chest isn't pinging if he wants to grab the hint or not.
Yeah, I think
okay, it is
pinging. Yeah, it is just an interesting one because without the check, it is quite a way to go just for a hint stone. So I know a lot of people, myself included, if Skyview's not a thing and if the chest isn't pinged, then you'll just like not get the hint zone. Just assume this hint there's nothing and just go on your merry way. And and just hope it doesn't like come back to bite you later.
Yep, for sure. But yeah, Golden's right. With the quick beetle, you can do that strat that we just saw Oni do, where you just fly through all of Deep Woods and hit the crystal. Kind of insane. But then it warps you to in front of Skyview Temple, and then you can just quickly grab the hint in the check. Llanera Desert to Tentalus.
Interesting. Yeah, that's a very interesting one, actually.
Huh.
That
yeah, it is.
could
So
be a lot of things.
Probably sea chart. Yeah.
Yeah,
possibly,
it could be sea chart. It could be a bow if the seed is mean enough.
True. We also got Ballad of the Goddess. Yep. So Thunderhead is accessible, although we probably won't see our runners go there until they have 2 more swords, so that they can get all of the checks in Isle of Songs. Jasnix did not grab his quick beetle, so he had to do cube warp there. Yes, I believe this is Maple Treeway from Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah, shout out once more to Jasnix's Mario Kart Wii music pack. It's just so good.
It's great, yeah.
All right, and Oni is grabbing his whip here. So the routing worked out for him. We have not gotten a slingshot, we haven't gotten a slingshot hint yet. I believe that's a sometimes hint, but it's a pretty long one, so we're not seeing either of our runners check kick Wii's at all.
Yeah, I think that like not checking kick Wii's is kind of a valid strat actually. It's kind of like a valid strat that's been kind of on the rise as far as like the meta has gone, because chasing kick Wii's just takes a very long time now, and like with the settings,
Right.
these checks are like amongst the longer ones in the game, so it's like it's one where it's one where people will try and skip this one specifically if they can.
Right, for sure.
Yeah, Oni is back on Skyloft, so I think we'll be seeing a little bit more from Beetle. I don't think he can get anything from Beetle as far as like buying things, but we might be able to see what else is on here.
I guess he can get 600 if he does the beetle check.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's buying Tim!
Let's go.
Yay! He can buy Tim! Let's go.
I was use the discount now. Okay, that's actually really smart. I don't think he'll still be able to buy anything because he still will need 300 rupees for the 600, and he has none. But either way, it's nice that number's now like half priced, especially when you get to like these like 600, 800 these types of prices here.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and he'll have a Triforce, so it'll be nice to know that one of his Triforces is there. It's a good thing that Beetle Shop isn't dead. Oh, look in there. Sansi starting statue in the Nehru.
Oh yeah.
I love when I'm right about something. Yeah, good stuff. So Jasnix did grab his quick beetle, so he's going to be able to do some of these checks a little faster. Grabbing an extra bottle. He must have checked the pillars, but I didn't see it. Or maybe he does it on his way out. Couldn't dock on the way out. Yeah, good stuff. Yep. So Oni's doing a second sweep of Skyloft just to pick up some checks that he didn't do. We know Malara is dead because Jasnix did her earlier, but you know. So true, Skygoro.
Yeah, yeah, I'm only just doing some Malava. Honestly, I feel like Skyloft Village being not foolish or barren is actually, I think, quite interesting because there's only 2 checks here, so so therefore, like, Skyloft Village being barren is actually pretty common because there's only 2 checks. So when it isn't barren, as a player, I often tend to tilt my head a little bit and go, okay, maybe something's on here.
Yeah,
okay,
it's always Birdie. Birdie always has a sword.
Yeah. I don't know why he keeps a sword.
Yeah.
I feel like, especially having a newborn around, I don't think it's wise for him to be carrying a lethal weapon. But
no, for sure, a fussy newborn at that.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna see a quick Betro dip. We haven't seen him yet this seed, so see what he has.
Yeah, doing a Betro dip with 10 crystals makes sense. You only can do the first few checks here.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. So the Song of the Hero. So Skyloft Trial will have a Earth Temple key piece.
An ET keepy, yeah. Nice.
ET key piece.
But yeah, no, that is basically hard required, so that's gonna be interesting.
Oh, and there's a bow for Oni on Betro. Bow on Betro. Yeah, good stuff. So when he goes to Lanayru, he's going to be pretty well set up, but he still has to find Sea Chart, which at this point is probably in Lanayru Desert.
Yeah, it might be.
Due to the hint we had earlier.
Oh yeah, and it's gone to the chart. I feel like at this point, it kind of has to be the Sea Chart is in Lanayru Desert or something locking it. Otherwise, we have basically like every item we could really hope for beating Sandship. So that might be our first dungeon, actually.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised, because...
Yeah. It could be... I think we can technically clear Lanayru Mining Facility. We have all the items to do so. The only one we'd really be missing is Bomb Bag, so we can't full clear it, but we can beat it. Yeah. Interesting to see if any of our runners elects to go there without Bomb Bag.
Right. Yeah, wait. Oh. LMF boss key needs Bomb Bag. Okay, I was really struggling to remember what needed Bomb Bag.
yeah, it's a weird one. I think it's the only chest that hard requires Bomb Bag. The rest are just kind of... Bomb Bag's useful, but it's not hard required.
Right, yeah.
But just having the Hook Beetle is normally sufficient enough.
Yeah, good stuff. Oh. Nice keys.
Yeah, only just following in Jazz's footsteps.
Yeah, for sure. Something must have hung here in Skipper's Retreat. Because we know that... Yeah, we know that Shaq is dead. From a hint. Skydive chest. Oh, boy.
Yeah, gotta go all the way.
Skydive chest, yeah. Bird murder.
Honestly valid.
Yeah, I
don't like that bird.
Yeah.
And you have time, so might as well.
Yeah, for sure. God, that trick always blows my mind. Good stuff. Pro bird murder. Not normally. Yeah, I always cry a little bit when Skydive chest is pinging.
Yeah. Gotta go all the way.
Yeah.
It is much nicer when you ping skippers and nothing pings like, yes, I just get to leave immediately.
Yeah, that's so nice. Oh, and it was crystals. He's probably not the most happy about that.
Yeah.
Where's Golden Zemo? There it is. Oh, man. Oh, well.
Pick 6 disappointment. Indeed.
Yeah. Something you gotta do just in case it's something you need. I'm just enjoying the music.
Yeah, we vibing.
Alright, so Jasnix probably headed to Lanayru Desert. We know Caves is dead, but he might stop in Gorge. See what's up there. Although, I think we did grab Life Tree Fruit earlier. I think it was in Lake Floria.
Yes, I believe it was, yeah.
So we'll probably see them grab that in Gorge and check the item on Pillar in Gorge. Oh, nice monster horn. Oh yeah, and hints. We got 2 hints in caves. Gorge digging spot is dead, so he's gonna be able to full clear Gorge here. Oh, LMF to Scaldera. Possibly a key piece? We know we have one on the Skylove trial, but... Yeah, I would assume that that one would probably be a key piece, unless it's bombed. You go back in 5.
That honestly
Yeah,
is
could be
a
bombed.
vibe as a soundtrack.
Yeah, for sure. Ah, so Gorge was dead as a whole, I think.
Yeah, I think it was.
That's alright. That's how it be sometimes. So
Only like
mine was
3
not
checks or so.
hinted dead. Yeah. Yep, so Jasnix is gonna go ahead and clear mines. I think that's fair. Or he'll probably go through and ping. If nothing's pinging, he'll probably turn around. Oh.
I didn't realize you could hit that claw shot target on Jasnix's end, but guess you can. The range of the claw shot in this game is always like further than I
It's so
expect.
weird.
It is so
Yeah.
weird. It's like so long.
Sometimes it's like, how is that not reaching? And then sometimes it's like, oh wait, you can reach that?
How is that reaching here?
Yeah.
Thanks, shot.
Nice. Silly item. Skyrim sword. It's a Skyward sword. But yeah, this is a randomizer of The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword for the Nintendo Wii, released in 2011, I believe. Don't quote me.
I believe it was in 2011. I believe November 2011 to be exact.
Nice.
Also, don't quote me on that. Yeah, Jasnix is making his way through mines here. He's got Hook Beetle, so basically be able to full clear everything in mines. I am so surprised he didn't get crushed there. Very, very lucky there.
That was close.
Jasnix, you need the hook beetle for the thingy. Oh wait, no, he's not gonna get it. Okay, never mind. He must have pinged it. Ignore me.
Epic break slide.
Sometimes I'm glad these runners can't hear me, honestly, because like, the amount
Oh, 100%.
dumb stuff I say is like, quite frankly, embarrassing.
No, me too. Me too.
Yeah, I can imagine Oni's gonna be following in Jazz's footsteps.
Yeah.
Going to maybe mines, but at least in that direction of the rest of Linearia. So
Yeah, for sure.
Certainly not far behind, if behind at all, to be honest.
Right, yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
I hope you guys can't hear my yawns. Nice slingshot usage.
Yeah,
I
but
guess
think,
he doesn't have bow.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I think looking at the track is, I think both runners have kind of done very similar amount of checks. I think that Jasnix went to Linearia earlier, but I think Oni did more stuff like in the sky, in Farron, stuff like that. So I think
Yeah.
yeah, all things considered, they're very, very equal, because once Jasnix is done with Linearia, he'll probably be doing some checks that Oni has already done.
Right, for sure. And Oni does also have bow, which Jasnix still has yet to find. And Betro is one of the things that's like, you know that he probably has something good, but sometimes you don't always want to check him unless you have all the amount of crystals that you need. And especially with Bat 50 being dead, you might want to hold out for 30 or 40. So we'll just see. We'll see what Jazz does.
Yeah.
But yeah, finally into Linearia Desert. We do have a hint here. Linearia Desert to, I believe, Tantalus. So we're probably looking for a C chart here. There are a few checks in Lightning Node and Fire Node that we cannot get because we don't have Bomb Bag. But other than that, we should be pretty good to clear most of the region.
Yeah. Honestly, with just claw shots, you can clear a decent amount of it, and with Hook Beetle, you can clear even more. So it's never, like, having claw shots and Hook Beetle is never a bad combination when you go to Linearia.
Ooh.
Oh,
that
was required.
Yeah, something. I
didn't quite see the. Oh, seed
Yeah.
charts is golden. Okay, interesting.
Ah, okay. So there's our path, probably.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, good stuff.
So we will see
Guys,
it. Oh yeah, we are going to see a trial. We're going to see 2 trials. Skyloft and Farron. So, hell yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Right, so it looks like Fire Node shortcut chest is not pinging, which is the only chest that Jasnix can currently get with his current items. But a couple other checks pinging. So he'll have to go back for that possibly. Could be a bait ping. Yep, so Oni's still kind of trailing Jasnix a bit, just currently, not necessarily actually trailing. Very quick lightning node check on Jasnix's end. And he'll raise LMF, and we might possibly see him dip into it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't either. Because Jasnix, I don't know, he doesn't have the bow yet. Only has the bow because he hasn't been to Petro, so that's... So in Jasnix's mind, he can't quite do Sandship yet. Which is interesting. We'll see how that factors into his gameplay as the seat goes on. Oh, never mind. That's the point.
Oh.
Great timing. Thank you, game.
Yep. Yeah, but he is going to go back to LMF. I'm assuming he probably was hoping for bomb bag there. But yeah. Yeah, and the path item in LMF maybe bombs. Yeah, it's totally possible. So we'll see our first dungeon dip of the seed. Very exciting.
Imol only is done with the Nero Mines and heading into the main desert.
Now both of our runners will be crossing their fingers that LMF boss key chest is pinging dead. Partially because it's bombs locked and they don't have bombs yet, and partially because it just sucks. It is it's a bad check.
It is a very long check. That, I know some people who, even when it pings, they just won't do it because it just takes so long, and I respect that.
Yeah.
I think it's very risky because ping chests could always have something you need, but I still respect it.
Yeah. No, for sure.
I like this strat from Oni just to kind of be up high and just kind of kill these guys from up high. There's another bow. Wow, yeah.
So Oni might get bow percent. Yeah, at this point, we don't know if Petro has something else needed, so Jasnix might not have to go to Petro.
Yeah, interesting.
We still have a few checks on Petro, though, so not ruling it out, but...
I will say Jasnix hasn't quite marked Farrell's courage on his personal tracker, which is making me slightly concerned. I hope he'll mark that at some point. And not just forget that he has that.
Yeah, he also has that marked Song of the Hero. Well, is that true? Oh, I'm blind. No, he did mark Song of the Hero. Okay.
It is very hard to see on his track. It's like...
Yeah.
it's very tiny. Yeah, I just noticed there was... Yeah.
It took him quite a long time to mark his tablets, which, I mean, tablets are a little more easy to remember than songs. But yeah, hopefully he marks that down.
Yeah.
I would hope that the hint would be memorable enough that you would remember.
Oh, yeah. Again, this is such a fitting track to have in the Nero Mining Facility. I can't remember what this...
Toad's Factory.
Toad's Factory, yeah, there we go, yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's so good. Okay, there's the boss key there.
Boss key.
Yes, that's not too bad.
No, yeah. At least we know it's not on the boss key chest. Every item we get is a bigger chance that there's hopefully not something required on the boss key chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, no Bella's List LMF today, but Jasnix is doing a pretty efficient route here. Getting stuff done. And
That's
we
only-
should.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, Oni is just about to open LMF at this point, I think, and Jasnix is making his way through LMF. LMF is quite an interesting dungeon to ping. I think a lot of the chests are kind of like very much through walls and kind of overlap a little bit, and it can be really annoying. But yeah, as Gordon said, the LMF BK chest looks like it's dead. Hopefully that is the case. And
Yeah.
then we won't have to do that really long check.
Yeah, shortcut chest. I believe that was what was pinging. Hopefully. Ooh, digging mitts.
Oh,
All
nice.
right. So the path could be, because there's a path for LMF to Scaldera, could be a key piece or bombs in one of the digging spots in Elden, or another digging mitts lock check. Yeah, some interesting path hints here, and Oni is entering LMF. So both runners in the dungeon now. Oh yeah, and Oni's about to get bow percent.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Bow percent. Oh, okay, getting any bow beyond the first one doesn't really make like any difference, to be honest. But it does do more damage, which can help in like niche cases like Coloctos.
True.
It's just one hit in the second phase, not two. We won't be seeing that in this run, but it's like weird niche cases like that where it's interesting.
For sure. And the sacred bow is pretty.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. God Devil asking, did anything ping in the first room, the key locked room? I think something pinged in like the far, on like the far end of that, around like the cusp of those checks. Those two. I think those two pinged, but otherwise, no, I don't believe so.
Oh, but I think Jasnix must be deducing that it's a small key because is there one or two small keys in LMF?
There's only one.
Okay, yeah. So small key has to be on shortcut chest, and then whatever the other thing is, he's just electing to skip.
He might be coming back for that later, or not. We'll see what he does. Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, LMF in general is definitely a dungeon where it's like getting from one end to the other it takes a very long time. It's why a lot of people do just skip pinging chests just because it takes so long.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Watch Jasnix's Moldarak fight here because he just. It's amazing how quickly he's able to do it. It always blows my mind.
Oh wow, yeah. And he's done. Yeah. Very
wow.
clean. Very clean.
Clean. Yeah, never forget he tried to teach me that once. I was like, man, I don't. I can't. Yeah, as KitKat said earlier, Jasnix is definitely a seasoned veteran at this point. So
Very much so.
always good to see execution from him. It's just fun to watch. Oop, nice spreadsheet.
He might be doing. Oh, okay. I think I know. I think he's gonna go through the he's gonna go back into the key chests and he's gonna do the reverse bit magic for the bellows box. Yeah, as you're saying, Golden in chat. Yeah, he might be doing that. I believe off the top of my head that is talking in bit. It's talking to Fi and the goddess statue, and it's on the second text box that you start the file. It's something that we see in the All Dungeons category. I don't know if Jasnix remembers that. Either way, he's looking up the scene flag file, so he's going to, at the very least, I think, look that up on the fly. Yeah, honestly, it's kind of interesting. Okay, that's
Oh.
interesting. Bomb bag. That
Huh.
I hate that actually. I hate that that's there. It's
Yeah.
that's. I mean, it worked out for both these runners because you know LMF BK just was dead, but just ew. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. Logically locked behind beating the dungeon. So, from that, would you assume that small key locked chest is nothing? Is like junk?
Maybe. I mean, it's still pinged, so it still could be something, but it also could be nothing.
Right. Yeah. Either way, Jasnix is probably going to do his Farron trial right now. Yep.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
So he will grab C chart.
Gotta do it sooner or later.
True. Quick check to remind him what it has. So I wonder if we'll see Oni do something different. Possibly see him grab the key locked chest before finishing his dungeon. We'll see. Looks like he is planning to do some shenanigans. Yep. I think we're
love
seeing Oni
shenanigans.
enter bit. Yep. Happy 1 hour. Thank you, KitKat, for commentating with me. It's been lots of fun. Thank you to the wonderful Golden Devil for restreaming and tracking. You're a bad lad. We appreciate you. And Vibrant Viola, thank you so much for tracking as well. And thank you to everyone for being here.
And thank you to my co-commentator Whale.
Thank you, thank you. Happy 1 hour, everyone.
Yeah.
So Jasnix is electing to not get most of these tiers on the way, which is fine. There's a high chance that the C chart is going to be on one of the Dusk Relic shuffled places. And there it is. Yep. But in the case that it hadn't been, he would have had to backtrack to get all the tiers for the end of trial reward. But no worries this time. It worked out.
Yeah, I mean, it's always an interesting kind of gamble with when there's just one item. It's like, do you try and rush the Dusk Relics and then like open yourself up to backtracking, or do you just like assume this at the end and just kind of play it safe?
Right. Yeah. Just chart in this. Yeah, if it had been chart +1, he probably would have been grabbing tiers as well. But anyway, all good. Worked out for him. He's going to check behind lower bombable rock. Money.
Another wallet. Okay. Meanwhile, I believe the RBM was successful on Oni's end, so we're going to see what is going on in this room here that Jasnix did skip, or has at least chose to not do right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Oh. Iti Kiti.
What the heck? Oh, that's crazy.
That is crazy. Okay, so Jasnix will have to go back for that at some point if he wants to face the lead.
What a place. Oh,
what
Oni.
what a place.
Wow. Jazz will get
Doesn't-
bottlenecked and do it. Yeah.
Yeah,
He will
doesn't-
not be happy.
Doesn't look like he'll be doing that anytime soon. It looks like he's going to Sandship, which is honestly perfectly valid given that he can full clear all of that, but yeah.
Yeah, true. It
Yeah,
was a Earth Temple key piece on Gus Bellow's check.
Honestly crazy.
Yeah, super crazy. God, the amount of path items that LMF had was so crazy. Yeah, could potentially be big for Oni.
Could be very big.
Yeah,
if it's something that Jasnix doesn't do, or if he assumes that ping chest is like crystals or something that he doesn't need. If he makes that assumption, then Oni could gain a sizable lead here. Or we'll see how it pans out, but yeah.
Yeah, this is I want to say the biggest divergence that we've seen from these runners this seed.
Definitely.
Yeah, but once Oni gets bombs at the end of the dungeon, he's gonna be kind of vibing. Yes, Jazz does have bombs. It's all good, Golden. But yep, Jasnix in his second dungeon.
Yeah, I just want to point out that Golden is tracking and restreaming. I believe doing both at the same time is not an easy feat. So, yeah.
Also, he is a good tracker. He just has a lot of stuff to do right now. So,
Absolutely.
yeah. Anyway. We didn't get a Skirbo hint this seed.
I don't believe we have. No, I think
No.
Jasnix is climbing the mast here, which yeah, I think is going to be something that he's going to need to do, given that I don't know if chest on stern pinged, but we'll see.
Yeah, unfortunately, Bugnet is not required in these settings. It's always fun to get, though. So Oni entering his first boss fight with Milderak. Ooh. And looks like chest on stern was not pinging for Jasnix, so he's just going to go ahead and head into the dungeon. And pretty good fight from Oni. Again,
Yeah,
Jasnix
pretty
is just kind of crazy at that fight, so
Oh yeah, definitely.
nothing wrong with that fight from Oni.
Yeah, Jasnix continuing to make his way through Sandship. Sandship is a very monotonous dungeon, I believe is the word here, because it's very much just run into a room, do something, run into a room, do something, do that a bunch of times, and you finally have a few checks. I guess it is cool that his boss key is a squid, but yeah.
The boss key is low-key scarier than the actual boss.
Honestly, valid.
Oh man. Anyway, I believe that there was probably something pinging in treasure room. I did see a ping kind of pointing downwards when Jasnix was in that first room. So Golden is the best. So Oni is exiting his dungeon, about to get his bombs. Wouldn't be surprised if he went for Earth Temple. Either one he goes for would be valid, I feel like.
Yeah, Golden. I think that's something that Jasnix could do, or I can't remember who we're talking about now, but either one of these runners, to be honest, could do that. Especially if they find earrings. I feel like it might make sense to do Boko base and then clear up the rest of Elden. Well, let's see how it pans out.
Yeah, because we are still missing 3 swords and 2 Triforces, so
We still only have
still
Goddess
have-
Sword as well.
yep.
So very crazy.
Yep. All right. So we are seeing Oni do the Skyloft trial, which does have the key piece, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Had to check. Wario's gold mine on Tantalus is so funny. Oh
great.
man. Oh, that's amazing.
I'm trying to realize just how much of like, just how good a lot of the soundtrack is from Mario Kart Wii. Just like a lot of the instruments, a lot of like just the sounds and the music in general. It's just so well done. I feel.
It really is. I feel a little silly because we've been talking about the music so much, but it's so good.
Oh yeah, like genuinely, yeah.
And for those of you who haven't made a music pack, those of you including me, it can take a lot of time to match it up and to like assign every song to a place and make sure that it like actually works well.
Yeah.
So whenever runners have a custom music pack, I like to shout it out because, especially when they made themselves, because it is a lot of effort.
Alright. Yeah, we're seeing Oni go through the Skylab trial for the key piece. And yeah, someone who's already found out in chat, we will be seeing Jasnix doing the Tantalus blow strat, where we use the Gust Bellows to damage down Tantalus. Believe it or not, this is only possible in the NTSC 1.0 version, and yes, it is the fastest way of damaging Tantalus, and it's really funny.
It's so amazing.
Yeah.
Credit to Pac-Man Power Ghost and OFC Alex, I believe, were the two who
I think so, yeah. I think
were the big discoverers of that one. Always fun to have a bit of a niche trick like that.
Oh, yeah.
So Oni's kind of going around the trial, just grabbing tears. Doesn't seem that he's found the key piece on a Dusk Relic shuffle yet. So kind of playing it safe. Which again, I think is fair for Charles, because otherwise you'll just have to backtrack.
Yeah. Oni is very much making my heart go a million miles an hour here for this trial.
Yeah.
But Skylab trial is a relatively difficult trial, so him. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure that I totally saw the pings in Sandship, but I believe that there was a ping that Jasnix did not grab, either in treasure chest room or chest behind combo lock. So I believe he skipped that. So another bit of a gamble from Jasnix, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah.
Definitely taking a few more gambles, I think. He might be golden. He might be gambling that like the small keys are unrequired, which makes sense because it does take quite a while. But yeah, I think he's definitely gambling quite a lot. I see.
Brig was not hinted. Also, for anyone who saw that watcher respawn location on Oni, that was brutal.
Oh yeah, very much so.
No. Yeah, Brig was not hinted. Skirvo was also not hinted. Yeah, so Jasnix is kind of yeehawing through the seed, but you know, that's alright. Yeah, oh, he's back.
He's going for something. He doesn't have a key, so he can't get into the big key room just yet. I think he's going to do another check here, actually. Okay, he's going to
Is
like.
he
do
going
the
to
rest.
treasure room now?
I think so. Yeah, I think he was just going to beat the boss and then now go to treasure room, I believe.
Hmm.
Which is fair.
Yeah, interesting.
It's
What
not
would be the
yeah. So it's not an order we see a lot of runners do this in, but it is it's an order that you can do this in.
What would be the reasoning for that?
Maybe he was just at the boss door at the time and he was like, oh well, you know, he has the boss key, so might as well do it as he was there, which would make him not need to backtrack to the boss door later.
Right, fair enough. Very interesting.
Yep. I mean, pathing in Sandship's always a weird one. I think it's just like
Right.
either way you slice it, you're gonna have to do some backtracking. So a lot of it's just minimizing that, to be honest.
Right, yeah. Cool. Well, while Jasnix is doing that, Oni's heading up to Earth Temple.
Yeah, we'll probably see him actually do Earth Temple, which will be interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Zelda Speedruns 2, thank you for the raid of 100. I hope the stream and the race went well. You're just catching the middle of the Skyward Sword Rando Season 3 race between Oni and Jasnix. This is winners semis. And right now it's kind of interesting. Both runners are kind of had a massive diversions not too long ago. Jasnix is just clearing up his second dungeon Sandship, and we might be seeing Oni going into his second dungeon, which would be Earth Temple. Both the runners have collected one sword. They've gone from Practice Sword to Goddess Sword. Nothing beyond that, though. And honestly, both runners are in quite an interesting position here. Jasnix was kind of a little bit, maybe ahead, if you want to put it that way, but he skipped a few checks in the new mining facility, which actually had a key piece, which is needed for Earth Temple, so no one's really kind of guaranteed any lead right now, and it just kind of depends on what the runners do from here. So yeah, very exciting race so far.
Yeah, good summary. Ooh, and Jasnix just got a sword from Sandship treasure room. Which
Yeah.
Oni has not been to yet, so he'll probably grab that eventually. Yeah, that's true, Golden Devil. Well, yeah, because you can't ping the boss key or the boss key chest unless you're in that room, correct? Yeah. Yeah, well, Elnor, you know, what are you gonna do? Ooh. Okay, I think that was Nehru's wisdom has gratitude crystals possibly required. So probably won't be getting that.
Yeah, I believe the runners might try and skip that.
I could have sworn he got 2 small keys. No, yeah, he does.
Yeah, he's got. Yeah, okay, to get to. Yeah, you're right.
No, yeah, all good. Yes, gratitude crystals can be hinted as not required, but not in this seed because Bo was on Betrow. It's going to be hinted possibly required.
Yeah, basically right. how the required and possibly required that sort of stuff, how that works. Only how it works is if it's hinted as required in green, it means that it is logically required to beat the seed. Logically you cannot skip this item.
Possibly required means that this item is required, but there's also probably another item that unlocks the same check and will it's possibly required as in it is necessary, but you can probably skip it in favor of getting another item. And crystals are a good example of that. That crystal could be required to get whatever's on Betrow, or you could find another crystal somewhere else and that would do the job, right? Not required is the game telling you, please don't get this, you don't need to.
Alright, and there's the ET boss key for Oni.
Kind of funny music on Jasnix's end here.
Yeah.
Banger track though. Just
really for sure.
Comedic timing.
For sure. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, I wonder if he did shuffle. No, you can't do shuffle with
maybe.
With custom music packs, can you?
Maybe. For sure. But yeah, nothing more romantic than a dueling sword fight off the plank of a ship. There you go. Nice fight from Jasnix.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh.
Oh, Oni. Careful.
Good thing these dudes give health.
Yeah, those alphas can be pretty mean at times.
Especially if you're caught in the wrong place, wrong time, but yeah, he seems to be handling it pretty well.
All good. Yeah, I think it is called Romance in the Air. Oh, that's really funny.
There it is, yeah.
I forgot about that. I wonder if Oni is having recalibration issues because we're seeing him hit Wii menu pretty often, or nunchuck issues.
Potentially.
Yeah.
It's always a
kind of unfortunate thing, but it can happen, especially if your nunchuck port is kind of worn out a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, what was that? Scattershot.
Oh yeah, nice. I think it was, but yeah.
Oh yeah, it was Scattershot.
Good stuff.
Alright, now we're seeing Jasnix do a few checks that Oni did earlier, and Oni's actually going to do an iteration of Back in Time here, because he knows that he doesn't have to get the rupee in the tunnel, so he can just skip the boulder section, and doing all of this shenanigans is actually now faster.
So Jasnix is really hoping that his key piece is on one of these digging spots because LMF was path to Earth Temple. Now what chat knows is that Earth Temple key piece was on a Gust Bellows check in LMF that Jasnix skipped. But Jasnix is hoping that his path means Digging Mitts will have a key piece. Unfortunately, that won't be true. So hopefully he will be going back to LMF sometime soon. If not, then Oni could get a pretty significant advantage.
Yeah, I think that for Jasnix, a lot of what will kind of make or break this race for him is, like, when will he go back to LMF and get that chest? Because he's gonna have to at some point.
Yep, and as Golden Devil is saying, there's quite a lot before he gets bottlenecked back to LMF. So Oni is doing some, I can't remember if KitKat said some shenanigans. I think KitKat did say, and I just forgot.
Yeah, he has now done said shenanigans, and oh hey, look, the bridge is open.
Let's go.
Poof, like magic,
Crazy.
like back in time
Bit
magic, like reverse bit magic. Budum ching. I'm sorry. Alright, but yeah,
Oh yeah.
Only finishing up Earth Temple. Jasnix finishing up some Elden stuff. So, interesting to see where Jasnix goes left. He has quite a few locations to choose from looking at his tracker. So, we'll see what he chooses to do.
Yeah, and Artikuma is right. If he does find the other swords or Triforces, he could get a little bit of that time back, knowing where those are. But yeah, just a little bit unfortunate for him. So we'll see how it pans out. Oni, in the meantime, entering his second dungeon boss, Scaldera. All right. Well, Jasnix now has 30 crystals. So he can get all but one check from Betrow, so he may be thinking about doing that. He can also do 10 loose, yep. Meanwhile, Oni doing a pretty good Scaldera fight here. Ooh.
Yeah, Scaldera is, despite being one of the earlier boss fights, doing it quickly is pretty precise, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be a little tricky sometimes. Yeah, only just kind of going ham on that eye, doing some damage there.
Yeah, and Scaldy is one of the bosses that is damage based instead of like hit based. So the strat is different with Goddess Sword versus Long Sword versus White Sword versus Master Sword. So
Yeah.
obviously Goddess Sword being a little bit weaker, it's going to do a little bit less damage, but all in all, pretty clean fight.
Yeah, Jasnix here in Lanayru going through some bomb checks, and we are all crossing our fingers very intensely, hoping that he does go back to LMF after all this.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that is, again, he'll have to at some point, and that'll be how he gets to Earth Temple.
Yeah, knowing that LMF was path to Earth Temple and then finding that none of his digging spots had something, he may be thinking, okay, yeah, I do need to... Oh, is that a sword on Oni's end? Yes.
That is
Nice.
a sword, yes.
Cool beans. Yeah, he might be thinking the bomb bag's the path. That's true. I forgot about the bomb bags. Yeah, LMF was crazy. So Oni about to finish his second dungeon, so both runners have 2 dungeons done. But Oni has full cleared both of the dungeons.
Oh, and there's another sword. I think we know where most of the swords are now.
Yep, we're just chat is missing 1 sword. Oh no,
Right,
no.
Yeah.
No, we know where they all are, right? Yeah. Because Jasnix has one that Oni doesn't. And Oni has one that Jasnix doesn't.
Yeah.
Jasnix, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's another
Now
one.
now we know where all the swords are. Okay, I think that's gonna be all of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good
Yeah,
stuff.
okay. We did know all but one, yeah. And there's the beetle. Okay, wow.
Yeah, so yeah, Oni is going to Farron to get his C chart from the trial. May try and go mode sand chip. Yep, that's possible. I wouldn't be surprised if he does go ahead and go there though, since he does have the items to clear it. There's a good chance with dungeons that it's gonna have an item that you need. Yeah.
Yeah, so just to answer the question in chat about possibly required items. So yeah, how it works is possibly required basically means that this item can be used to beat the game, but also you can probably use another one. So with crystals, you can use, like, if a crystal is possibly required, you can use that to get an item on Betrow, and that Betrow item would be logically required. Or you could find another crystal pack and get the item all the same. So possibly required means that it is simply like you might need it, but you could also skip it if you find another item that kind of unlocks the same thing. If something in the hints is listed as like green required, then it is logically required. If it's not required, then we won't need to pick it up. So to answer the question, if a graduate crystal is possibly required, then Betrow has something that is logically required at least. If a crystal pack is not required, then Betrow probably has nothing. Not always, but probably. If a crystal pack is just is logically required or hard required, then you cry, because that means you probably have to pick up some of these crystals at some point.
So on Jasnix's end, we just saw Magma Mitts, which is a bit unfortunate at this point because this is going to lead him to check Boko Base.
Oh, right, yeah.
So taking him a little further away from LMF. Now, it is possible that there's Triforces here. Yeah, as Golden said. So he might not lose too much time, but just delaying... Oh, he's going to the sky. Huh? Never mind.
Doing something.
We'll see what he does.
We'll let him cook.
Yeah, let him cook. Anyway. But he did warp out of Lineru, so... Oh, going to Thunderhead.
That's fair.
So now that he has White Sword, well, he has Master Sword, he can get all of the items from Thunderhead, and he can get a hint. Which he may be wanting. Okay, yeah, so trust after Skirvo. He already did that, so bit of an unfortunate hint. We have not seen our Triforce hint, I believe.
I don't think we have, no.
Is there always a Triforce hint?
I believe so, yes.
Huh. Huh. Oh, it might be. Oh, it might be in sealed grounds. That might be where the hint stone is. Anyway, we'll see Jasnix get these 3 checks. And Oni has grabbed his C chart and is heading to the sky. So we'll see where he goes. Nice swag hop on Jasnix's end. Oh no, Jasnix has low battery. Alright, junk from the Isle of Songs. He does have 37 crystals, so we might see him pick up 3 loose to just fully clear Betrow. I'm assuming he pung the East Island check and it pung dead. Or maybe he's going to now. I don't know. Nope, yep, he's exiting. Okay.
Yeah, because honestly, I don't think Jasnix has gone to Betrayal even once, and it was possibly required. So yeah, and okay, looking at how he checked the Song of the Hero hint, he might get the key piece there as well, because he hasn't actually got like any key pieces yet, or at least any in the overworld.
No. No, so he'll get that key piece, and then he'll still be needing the one in LMF. Yeah. Meanwhile, Oni going to Sandship. Ooh. Me when I run into a ghost ship.
Honestly.
Like an everyday occurrence for me. As a whale. Nice harp skip trick by Jasnix. I think he did that for the Fair and Trial as well, but oh no. No, I remember Fi singing. Anyway, that's a pretty tight trick. Just a couple of frames, I think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
always fun to see. Oni also did not get that Skirbo hint, so we might see him grab that. Check.
I believe the key piece was at the end of the trial here, so I think Jasnix is going to have to do this trial in its entirety, so...
Yeah, and it looks like right
Yeah.
now he's just checking the Death Relic.
Yeah, which is fair,
Uh,
honestly.
Yeah, it is fair. So he'll just have to backtrack a bit, but that's alright.
Music's kind of goofy as well, to be honest.
It is. Yeah, good picks for sure. So Oni completing climbing up the mast. Wow, the mast. So now he'll be able to start checking checks in Sandship. Oh, I hope he remembers to shoot the boat. Nice. I don't think that... Is there a cutscene when the boat lowers?
There should be.
Yeah, I don't quite think he got that.
I don't think he did either.
Ah,
We'll see. We'll see.
yeah. The good thing about this for Jasnix is that he's done vanilla speedruns before, so he knows the routing of this trial. Pretty speedily moving through here.
Yeah, it's like one of the instances where having like prior knowledge to like vanilla speedruns can help you in this instance.
For sure.
Okay, Featherblade might be correct there, yeah. So actually, I remember hearing that as well, but if you don't look at the boat, the cutscene doesn't play. But then maybe the boat doesn't
alright.
lower because the cutscene didn't play. It's weird, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, stamina management, yeah. Super cool to see.
Yeah, this is all stuff that Jasnix is very good at and has been very good at for a while. Is his execution here. It's very, very impressive to look at, always.
Mm-hmm.
Just waiting for this dude to casually stroll by. Oh, you saw him.
Oh. Oh, all good. Looks like the boat did lower on Oni's end.
Okay, that's good. There's a key piece on Jasnix. So yeah, now the question is, what is he going to do next? He
That
could.
is the question.
He could go Boko base. He could. He's gonna shake Beetle, which is very fair. He could do other things as well.
Oh, he has so much money.
He does have a lot of money. I don't think he'll have much trouble with Beetle here. Definitely be able to full clear it.
No. Well, he could even grab that last crack pack, and then he'll probably head to Betrow.
Oh,
Yep,
right, yeah.
yep. Get Tim!
He kind of has to at this point, I feel like. I'd be surprised if he doesn't get Tim.
This is why
Yes.
Jasnix is having bad luck. It's because he didn't grab Tim early. Keep in mind, people, you have to have Tim. No, just kidding. Jasnix is a good runner. Rando just randos sometimes. All the time.
Nah, Tim's the god of rando. He decides who lives and who dies. That's true, Golden. We are still missing 2 Triforces.
Yeah, neither runner has picked either of those two up, so we here in the commentary booth or just watching it don't know where they are anyway.
Mm-hmm. Now there won't be a Triforce on Betrow because it would have said gratitude crystals were required, correct?
There, in that instance, it would probably say crystals were possibly required. So, but I think that was already met with the wallets. Not sure.
Right.
I don't think there has to be anything else on Betrow, really. It could just be that
Right.
everything else has nothing. From how I understand it. Although this just does ping, so there might be something here.
True. Could be Bugnet. Oh wait, it doesn't ping. I'm so silly.
It's more crack.
Oh my god. That's unfortunate for Jasnix. So where is he going now? That's the question.
Yeah. He's an Elden.
There's Oni grabbing his sword.
It might be Boko base.
Ah, yeah.
Might be. He's walking in that direction. Or running, should I say.
Yeah, so in terms of what Oni does after Sandship, I would assume he's probably gonna go to Desert and do those checks in Fire Node which will be his last 2 swords, and then also his magma mitts, and from there he'll probably go to Boko base. Boko has been pinged. I think there were a couple pings. But you never really know what a runner is going to do, so we'll see. See what Oni does.
Aye.
And in the meantime, we'll get a little bit of insight on what's in Boko base. Oh my god, more crystals. That's crazy. So true, Golden.
Oh, earrings.
Irish shell earrings.
That is kind of disgusting. I don't like how they are there.
Yeah, well, it's nice to have them while you're in Boko base, I guess, just so you know you can full clear it. We do know Volcano Summit is dead. That was a barren hint at the beginning.
Okay.
That's so true, Golden. Every time there's crystals, I look for pick 6 disappointment from you. It's a good time.
So I believe Jasnix will be able to full clear Boko base, which will be nice on his end. He won't have to backtrack here. Because honestly, backtracking into Boko base is probably one of the worst places you can backtrack to, just because of just how long it takes to traverse through it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, there's a
There's the
Triforce.
Triforce.
Alright, so now we're just really just looking for one more, and then we'll be in go. Honestly, I think we might see Jasnix go mode to ET. That might kind of be the silver lining for him, is that if he gets that key piece last, then he might be able to go mode that dungeon.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, this could absolutely be really close, because it just depends when Oni gets those swords, and also goes to Boko base and finds the other Triforce.
Mm-hmm.
Which is right next to the other one. Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Wow.
Okay, so
Oh,
Oni
man.
basically just has to go to Desert, then Boko base, then he's set. Jasnix just needs to go to LMF, then he's set.
Yes, we are in no mode. Yes.
Yeah. So
Jasnix
basically,
is not, though, because he does not know where his key piece is.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. Let's see.
This-
His tracker
this-
says 30
yeah.
locations remaining.
Yeah. Jasnix says 30. Oni says 42. And yeah, 8 accessible. So actually, yeah, it just depends when. Yeah, depends when Jazz goes to LMF and when Oni goes to. Yeah, this could be really close.
Yeah. Ah, man. Crazy stuff, for sure.
I do think that Jasnix has the potential to skip more stuff, because again, he will go mode ET once he gets that key piece. Oni will have had to do all the dungeons as full clears, and he would probably skip either a portion of Desert or a portion of Boko base. But that wouldn't be as much in comparison. So I guess Jasnix does have a little bit of that potential edge over Oni, but again, it just depends who goes where first, really.
Oni also did a very quick ET. He grabbed his boss key and then he did fight the Lizalfos, so that would be a little bit of a time loss. But then he just did the bit to lower the
Oh
to raise the bridge. So he had a pretty quick ET. But yeah, it's still a race. Yeah, we'll just have to see.
It is absolutely worth noting that like go moding ET is not too dissimilar to just full clearing ET, given that like the dungeon's kind of laid out in more or less a straight line. You just kind of deviate from it slightly to get checks, but it's just kind of, yeah. Other than like the Lizalfos fight, it's pretty much just kind of go mode isn't too different.
Oh, I forgot that there were. Oh, I forgot that the spiral charge chests were pinging.
Oh right, yeah, Jazz is probably gonna get those. Yeah, he
Yeah.
honestly he's playing like really aggressive now, not even getting the other chests in Summit. Unless Summit was hinted at, I can't remember. But either way,
Yeah, Summit was barren.
okay, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. But either way, he's gonna check those probably immediately because in his mind, one of those might be a key piece, which we know is not the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, neither runner
Yeah, what
really
could it
going.
even be at this point? Because we have beetle percent, probably crystals.
Probably crystals, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Golden Devil. I can't think of what else. Yeah, Dins. I can't think of what else he has left to check. Meanwhile, Oni in his final boss fight. Oop. God, those rocks are so silly.
Yeah. Very much so.
Yep. Din's power has crack.
Nice.
So that's 2 trials that just had crack. I think. Yeah. Yes,
people
the
in
speed
chat-
of the Loftwing is
Yeah.
enhanced.
Oh, definitely, yeah. It's it's nice that it is because in vanilla the Loftwing is very slow.
And a wallet. Alright, looks like he's headed to Lanayru.
So I'm chat saying imagine 5-hour seed because can't move around fast. It's not that bad in vanilla. It's just noticeably slower, and I'm just grateful that it is actually quicker in rando, because a lot of the sky is more just kind of like a glorified loading zone in a lot of races.
For sure. Alright, Jasnix is heading into LMF.
Okay, so he will hopefully find his key piece at some point soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably just in
Yeah.
the back in time stuff. Yeah,
Oh boy, it's still a race.
it is still very much a race. Yeah, remember after this, Jasnix does have to do pretty much an entire ET. He'll go mode it, but he still has to do all of it. Whereas Oni really just needs to just go to Lanayru, get items, go to Boka Base, get items, and then he can just go straight to the end. So
Yeah.
yeah. Also, it's worth noting that these runners are not doing breaks. So they're just gonna choose to send it all the way through.
I think it's very likely, according to Checkden's routing, that Oni does get his swords and Triforces pretty quickly. But of course, there is always a chance that he spends some time going to Petro, or yeah, Petro is the big one that I can think of.
Yeah, it is true. Like if Oni does go straight to the locations, then he is absolutely going to be in a pretty good position. But he could also waste a lot of time checking in the places that aren't useful. So yeah.
Yeah. Also, he gave Tantalus a nice haircut. He's got some bangs.
Hell
Very
yeah.
stylish Tantalus.
Very stylish.
It's not a phase, Mom.
Missing the eye there, so we're gonna have to chop some of the snakes there, but so all good. I think that was the one that was too early from Jasnix. Oh, he might be getting the key actually, and doing it that way. That would also make sense. But we'll see. So I thought the Bellows RBM was the second by text, not the first one.
Ah.
But we'll see how it pans out. I mean, we get to hear more of Toad's Factory, so I'm not complaining.
True.
Honestly, a banger of a track.
So good.
Yeah, that's still not pushed. Yeah, he knows it. Yep, he realizes he did the wrong one, so he's gonna have to do the back in time again, which is gonna take some time. He might just do the Fledge RBM to up the gate, and then he can get the key, or he might just go for the Bellows box. He's got options now, but yeah, not a great place to be honest.
No. And in the meantime, Oni has finished his third and final dungeon and is heading to the sky.
So I'll see where he goes next.
Yep, going back to Lanayru. Good stuff. I can't remember if he checked Gorge. I want to say he did. Yep, so he is going to Fire Node, so he's going to get his 2 swords.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. He just still needs to get his Triforces on Boko base, so he still needs to try and find his way there, so
yes.
Yeah.
He will also get his Magma Mitts in Fire Node while he gets his sword, so I would not be surprised if he would just went straight to straight to Boko base after this.
Oh yeah.
And yes, Magma Mitts are hard required this seed because of the 2 Triforces in Boko base.
Yeah, he's just gonna open this chest, I believe, just to set the bit. And reload the room, and then I think it should be good.
Ooh. Oh no. Because the Ampelus is so annoying.
Oh, very much so. Okay, all good on Jasnix's side. He got the bit to work. So yeah, a little bit of a hiccup with the first bit not working, but he recovered pretty well.
Yeah, we have seen Oni hit Wii menu to reconnect his nunchuck, and we've seen the nunchuck screen come up quite a bit. So unfortunately, he's having some issues, but he's doing well all the same. Just got his Master Sword, and he's about to get his true Master Sword, so he will also have a little bit of an easier time in Horde. Where was the 6th Master Sword? Or the 6th sword? The sword that Oni got that Jasnix didn't. ET? Okay, yeah. So Jasnix will probably get it as well.
Yeah, if he runs into it, then he'll get it.
Oh, I was tripping. Magma mitts were not in here. Where? Lightning node. Thank you, Golden. See, this is why we need you around, Golden. And it looks like Oni is heading there. Yep, and in the meantime, Jasnix entering Earth Temple.
Yeah, I believe a pretty long seed, all things considered. Both these runners who often do tend to sub 2 seeds on a pretty regular basis, both going over 2 hours here. Jasnix, if all goes well, should get maybe like a 210, 215 round that range, depending on how kind Earth Temple and the game is. Honestly, only depends when he goes to Boko base, but honestly, we'll probably end up with around the same time.
Yeah.
Maybe less if he goes to Boko base sooner. But yeah, this has the potential for being very close. Just depends how quick Jazz can go through ET, and depends when Oni goes to Boko base, really.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a nail biter for sure.
Alright, Mogomit's for Oni. And yeah, just warps out. So yeah. He's going in the right direction.
Yeah, it's close because Oni still has to go all the way up Boko base. Although as soon as he gets his second Triforce, he'll know that he's in go mode. Yeah, and as we were saying earlier, Earth Temple is a very quick dungeon, especially when you're go moding it.
Yeah, Jazz is doing this IBM. Still not found the big key, but he's just doing it right away, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did see both runners do this, especially since the tunnel being hinted dead. So yeah, absolutely makes sense. Yeah, Oni's gone straight to Boko base. So once he finds that Triforce, he'll be probably booking it straight to Steel Grounds. So honestly, I'd probably say Oni's looking for maybe like a 210 finish, maybe less than that, if he has a good end game. So yeah, this definitely has a potential to be very close. Alright, there's the boss key.
Yep, so Jasnix will just be zooming to the end.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah, it'll be close for sure. Yeah, and the sword, now I remember, was on the heart container for Scaldera, so it's possible that Jasnix turns around and doesn't grab it, but he will probably get it.
Yeah, we'll see. So we'll see what he likes to do here.
Yeah. Again, not a huge deal. Master Sword is all that's required, but TMS, True Master Sword, can help just a little bit with just make Horde a little bit easier.
Yeah, Oni is very much closing in on those two Triforces. Yeah.
Very exciting race.
Very exciting, yeah. Yeah, it's going to go for this one first, and then I assume he's going to get the one over on the other side.
Mm-hmm. It's worth noting as well that the nunchuck issues are not helping Oni here. It could be a little less close if not for the nunchuck issues, unfortunately, but that is part of running a game that does not have current controllers support. So
yeah, very much have to just
Anyway.
kind of deal with what you have sometimes.
Yeah, but he's doing very well. One Triforce left.
Jasnix just missing the last shot there on Scott.
Oh man.
Squiddo has to walk all the way up, apparently. You know, just take his time, go on a nice little stroll. Why not? It's not like we have all the time in the world. But guess that lasted as well. Yeah, Oni's in go mode. I don't know. I feel like slight edge to Oni right now. Granted, Skyward Sword endgame, not the easiest. We got Horde, which involves Horde skip. Fail that, you lose a minute, followed by Girham 3, followed by Demise. It's, yeah, a lot can happen, so... And,
For sure.
The lead can definitely change very quickly if one runner gets a little bit, unfortunate, so... Definitely still not anyone's race. I think Oni is a little bit ahead, I think, given that he left Elden at around like a 2:06, and Jasnix will probably leave Elden about like maybe a minute after that.
I do believe that Jasnix does have a slight upper hand on execution. However,
Oh yeah,
Oni is a
for
very
sure.
good runner. And I agree that Oni has a slight lead right now.
For sure,
Ooh.
for sure.
Oh, he does have a bit of a further statue, though. I believe that Jasnix got a closer statue.
Yeah, he might have, yeah. That could make a bit of a difference here.
Yeah, just a few seconds, but all the same.
Oh yeah. I mean, at this point, every second kind of counts here, so...
Ah, man. I'm on the edge of my seat. This is
Definitely,
exciting.
definitely.
Oop. Bonk. Yep, so Jasnix beelining it for the end game.
Oh, he doesn't have a closer statue, he just has it, like, in the woods.
Oh, man.
Okay, so... Not quite getting the time that we thought he would.
No.
Only still with that upper hand. I think both runners did skip Seal Grounds. Interesting. Oh, my bad, I was hinted Baron.
Oh, Seal
Okay.
Grounds was Baron, yeah.
Yep, okay. Also, yeah,
Looks like-
Jasnix's colors were pretty good. Light orange bird worked really well with his light blue aesthetic, I think.
Oni did not grab Fairy, I think. So if there's a there's a death here, that'd be unfortunate.
Yeah.
Thank you, pup time. Oh boy.
Yeah, 2:08:29 entrance for Oni. Jasnix maybe about 30 seconds to a minute just behind him. Both have TMS, so
Hoo-hoo-hoo.
yeah.
Ooh. Only doing the slash strat here, which is fine. Although with TMS, I think maybe it's a bit better to do some Skyward Strikes. I'm not 100% sure on that.
I think both are valid. I think
Both are valid.
Yeah, the slash is definitely easier with TMS because the Bokoblins can't block. Yeah, 0912 for Jasnix, just like 40-50 seconds apart. Hold skip would make the difference and only gets it. So Jasnix not necessarily needs to get hold skip to stay in, but it would really help him if he gets hold skip here. If he doesn't get it, then that would make his like 50 seconds deficit even worse here.
For sure. Oh man.
Only
Oni having some calibration issues. Oh my god, this is crazy.
This is very crazy.
No! Nunchuck, why? Alright, let's see. Horde skip on Jasnix's end.
He gets it.
Gets it. No problem.
Yeah, both runners, very good hold skips.
Oh my god, this is crazy.
Very far behind. Jasnix is just entering the barrier that Oni just finished.
Oh my god, that's true. The Jasnix also has low battery. Oh my god, that'd be so insane if that happened.
I think his battery will last. I hope.
Yeah, I hope so too. I know that for me, I tend to be on low battery for like 3 days before I actually have to change it.
Oh, me too. I'm notorious for being on low battery like half the time.
All right, Oni into G1 or G3.
I think I timed it when I did like a 24-hour Skyward Sword race from like where my battery started being low 0, or low, and then it died. It was about 8 hours, which was insane.
Yeah. Oh man.
Jasnix done with Horde skip, or with Horde, sorry.
No, all good.
Yeah, 30, about 33 difference between them. 30 seconds, I mean.
That's fair,
Yep.
Featherblade. The amount of times that it's died during a race has been unfortunate for me.
But yeah, it looks like Jasnix definitely saved some time there, 20 to 25 seconds, or 25 to 30 seconds rather, instead of like 40 to 50. So Jasnix's execution definitely pulling through here a little bit. Only's just done with phase 1. Jasnix in phase 1 right now.
Now for G3 phase 2, there's kind of a little trick that you could do with TMS to stun Girahim, and I know that Jasnix does that quite regularly. I am not sure if Oni does that. Doesn't look like it. Looks like he's just doing it.
Just doing the normal
Normally.
strat. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so a little bit of room for Jasnix to gain some time here, but
Okay.
Oni's already done with that phase.
Yeah, that was speedy. Oh man. What a semifinals.
Definitely. And this is only game 1.
Yeah, that's true.
Only with the first hit there. Second hit, that's done for Oni on Girahim 3.
Oh my god, Jasnix so close behind.
And Jasnix is done with Girahim 3. Both these
Oh my
runners
god, this is crazy.
just need to beat Demise now, only with a few seconds lead. Demise is a relatively scripted fight, but if either of these runners make one mistake, it can all go south very quickly, so definitely, yeah.
Oh my god. Jasnix also has so much practice with Demise, doing vanilla speed runs and being a random veteran. Oh man. Oh no! The controller issues for Oni!
Oh, they're both
Oh
they're just
my
right neck and neck at
God.
this point. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
Oh. Can we tie?
I
We don't know.
I mean, it's only game 1. It is 2 of 3. Oh no! Oh God, the controller issues.
Oh my
This
god.
is insane. Oh my God!
Did we tie? We tied. Oh my. Oh my god.
Hi.
What
So-
a race!
The
Oh
runners are going
my
to come in.
God.
I'm going to
Go.
wait for Oni to hop in. Sorry to bother you. Let me pull these guys in first.
No, all good.
no.
So I want to say, first of all, GG's to Jasnix and Oni. Just to explain the context for everyone.
Yeah.
So it was a tie to the precise second in race time. There previously were some rules for this. They were not in the season 3 document or in the rules. We are going to ask Trez to do a retime, but we are also discussing as staff, minus Jasnix and Oni, exactly how to handle this. So wanted to give that context. I'm going to hop out and let them all do the interview, but I want everyone to know kind of where things are at right now, which is we have not declared a winner in this race.
Okay.
Thank you, Golden.
Cool. Yeah, thank you, Golden. Right.
Wow.
So, GG Jasnix, GG Oni. What a
Thank you.
race.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
How are you guys feeling? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't know. When's the last time we've had a tie? Like, oh my goodness.
I'm very happy
Yeah.
for my play in Boko Base. Actually,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. So I think this year was kind of interesting. I think for like the first half of it, you guys were pretty neck and neck here and there. It was like a lot of it was kind of like, I think Jasnix was slightly ahead in checks for a lot of it. Only by like a little bit. Only would often follow through like 5 minutes afterwards. Then I want to say around LMF, you guys had very different routes because only you full cleared it as much as you could, and you ended up getting that key piece on the Gutsbows. Jasnix, you did not. So that's when things kind of split, because at that point only, I believe you kind of pushed Earth Temple a bit. Jasnix, you then pushed Sandship and then other stuff. And so as the second half,
I really want to give the full context, because I think that was like the main issue I had this race was I delayed that check. So the entire reason that I was gonna go get that check because I knew there was an RBM for it. I didn't remember which fight text I had to RBM. And so I was like, okay, you know what? But I also knew where the key was, so I was like, I'm just not gonna go get the key. What I'll do is I'll beat the dungeon. I'm gonna go look into the scene flag sheet. Tell me which flag I need to do, and then I'll come back, and then I'll do it later. And then it ended up just being like there was never a time that I really wanted to go back. But that's why I originally delayed it. And if you're wondering why I failed it, okay, so I wasn't sure which text I needed to do for the Gus Bellows box. I was gonna read Fi's text because I checked the scene flag sheet and said, okay, it's the Fi text that's the Elden pillar, and I checked that. And so when Fi gave her little text, she was like, oh, a pillar has opened in the northeast sky. And so when you look on your map, like the map of the sky, it shows Elden in the north and then like Lanayru and Farron in the south. So I was like, okay, I think she's referring to Elden. So I RBM'd it, and then no, I RBM'd the wrong box, and I had to do it again. So yeah, I had to remember which box is which, but that ended up just being the biggest like issue for me this seed, because without that, I think the seed would have gone way better.
Yeah, I mean that's a kind of a crazy RBM. Is like they're both very similar, but if you do the wrong text, it's completely different things. But yeah, I think that as the seed progressed, a lot of it was just like we were all just waiting for you, Jasnix, to get that key piece, and we're just waiting for Oni to get the last few items in the last few swords in the Nehru and the last few Triforces in Boko Base.
Yep.
And Yeah, I think that both of you played pretty well throughout it. Again, Jasnix, as you mentioned, that back in time pick up a little bit there. But yeah, it was very. I think for a lot of it was very close. There were never really any points at the seed where you guys were maybe like 10 minutes apart maximum. So very interesting watch, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm glad it was exciting.
Okay.
Like,
Oh
For
God.
sure.
Yeah. Obviously, to address the elephant in the room, chat is saying quite a lot. The controller batteries were conspiring to tie the race. The controller needs to be fixed. Oni, was there like
Yep.
a lot of
Mm.
frustration on your end there?
Yeah, a little bit because what
Yeah, controller batteries could be just
yeah, it's happened.
or nunchuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
very understandable indeed. But
Mm.
yeah, either way, I think you still played very, very well despite the challenges. But yeah,
Yeah, great race. Super exciting. Obviously, semifinals, we expected a great one. And you guys definitely delivered. So thank you.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah.
Thank you too.
So I guess we'll see what goes on. So I guess this is the suspense. I don't know.
Yeah,
This is-
very
just
much
fun.
suspense. Yeah, well, we'll see if a winner gets called to for a frame count, or maybe do a rematch. So game one again. We'll see what happens. See what the verdict is. But yeah, either way, very interesting with the tie. But regardless, this was just game one. So at the very least, we'll have at least another game, if not more, of this matchup. And if this game was anything to go by, it's definitely a very very exciting matchup to watch. So I look
Yeah.
forward to catching the future games of the set.
Yeah, anything else from either of our runners?
Nope.
I want to say I was kind of annoyed the seed kept giving everything in pairs. It felt like how there were like
Fair
two
enough, yeah.
Triforces in a row. There were two swords
Yeah.
in a row. There were two beetles in a row at one point. I
Yes.
felt like half of the seed I like cleared everything and just it had nothing. It was all garbage. And then I got like 7 items in a row, and then I had another sea of garbage and just because I remember originally there was like, oh, you go into Beetle's shop and get literally everything. And then I think the next time you had something like that was actually I don't remember where. I remember LMF had a lot. Boca Base obviously had the 2 Triforces. There were 2 swords right next to each other in lightning mode, so it was kind of annoying. But yeah,
Yeah,
it was
definitely a funny
it was,
seed.
it was a weird seed to route too. Like I didn't. Oh, I also want to complain. I did not like the start location of that seed. It was that start location is like it's not close enough to a statue. Like I can never tell if like, oh, is it faster to firework or to just go to a statue, because like it's so far away. But
Yeah.
like that was a weird start. I've never had that one. So
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
I also
man.
ended up firewarping like 17,000 times the seed. So I had to use it a lot, and then every time I had to use it, I was like, what am I doing here? But
Yeah.
Oh man.
Sounds like you all are just about wrapped up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
All right. Well, then GG's to both our runners. I'm sure we will see some more information about this on the SSR server. Please go give our runners a follow, Oni and Jasnix. Thanks to Kit and Whale for commentating, and Vibrant Viola for tracking. We're going to go right over to the Final Fantasy Randomizer community where they are doing a memorial tournament for a community member who recently passed away. So please go give them a follow, go support them in that. The next SSR race, I think, is on Thursday. So keep your eyes open and stay tuned. And thank you for watching.
Thanks, Golden.